What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey. My name is Rodney, and right now we're going to be reacting to the live heavyweight battle between Russ versus Slim Jesus in the Twitter space earlier yesterday. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to catch this live because I was busy running around town, but luckily, brble from the Saitama community, the cryptocurrency community, hooked me up with this video. She actually posted it on her YouTube, so I'll put the link to everything in the description down below. You can check out the original video, go show her some love, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and follow her on Twitter. But this space was called "Here is How I Know Russ Armand Knows Nothing About Crypto." Now, it's funny because his name is spelled Russ Armande in this video, which is funny. That's not how you spell his name, but that's pretty hilarious. But Slim Jesus started this Twitter live space. It got a lot of people, and Russ came into it. He kind of got debated a little bit. I mean, you know, Slim kind of dragged Russ into an argument. I mean, Slim had about 1,000 followers, right? And Russ, you know, has like 100K followers. So if I'm Russ, I don't know why I'm arguing with a guy about Saitama if I'm like, you know, confident and busy working on my project. I don't know why he does that, but he did. As you can see, a lot of big people in the community are in this actual space, but it gets pretty intense, and we'll discuss it right now. But things get a little crazy and a little emotional, but it's pretty intense, and I'm excited to cover this with you guys. I've actually watched it already, but I think it was good that I react to it for you guys on camera and kind of chop it up a little bit. So let's jump right into it.
Really? Go look at the AMA and watch yourself. Go watch the AMA. You literally said, Russ, no.
So you're going to see that Slim Jesus has some real poverty sound quality. It's not very good. And he gets really emotional and loud. I mean, he makes some good points, but you'll see right now. So I apologize for the sound quality. It's pretty bad.
Oh, no.
And that's okay.
You said you will steal their customers and become bigger than them. That is what you said.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you did.
And I said double.
He's referring to the fact when Saitama Guru went on, what was it, Scott Herman Crypto's, and he's referring to when he went onto Scott Herman's AMA and said that, you know, once we get listed on these exchanges, that, you know, we could just steal their customers. He did say that, right? He did say that.
You need to go back and listen for yourself and understand the things that I said, because you're misinterpreting them.
Russ, okay, why did you put out a tweet that said anybody that moves Saitama into ETH, you know, it basically calling everybody ridiculous, because saying that you're going to be doubling the market cap of
No,
ETH.
that is not what I said. What I said is...
And you erased the text. You erased the tweet, by the way, off of your wall. I saw it.
No, I just blocked you because you're arrogant. Well, let me tell you what I did say.
No, I went with another account. I saw that you removed it, but people actually retweeted it.
I made another. He made another account. What he's referring to is the fact that this is what Russ said. Russ said it's going to be easier to double the market cap of Saitama than it would be to double the market cap of Ethereum, which is true, right? Because these community tokens can double market cap in one day. So that's true. That's definitely true. That's funny that he made another account because Russ blocked him.
Shots of it. Russ, you have no clue what Ethereum's doing. Can you explain to us what the beacon chain is? Russ, explain to us what the beacon chain. Explain the beacon chain to us.
Okay, let me tell you how to understand crypto.
Go ahead.
I clearly do not understand.
Go ahead and understand. Help us understand the beacon chain.
Can you speak?
What I had said is the chances. Okay, what's the market cap of Ethereum right now?
The market cap, first of all, just the market cap of the locked up liquidity and the metaverse and the beacon chain, 33 billion, is the tune of $200 billion. And you said that Saitama will double. You said that no.
Hey, relax, man.
First of all,
As you can tell, this is super messy, super messy. Just buckle in. A lot of it's like, it gets calmer later, but just buckle in.
let's just talk about.
I think we got to give the man Russ a chance to speak.
Let's just talk about.
You got a title with his name in it. He's trying to defend himself. Let's let him talk first.
You know,
So the question was, what was the market cap of Ethereum? 200 billion, right? We'll take 200 billion.
No.
What I said was, to double the Ethereum market cap, you're looking at 400 billion, right? So what are the chances of Ethereum doubling their market cap from right now? Will it happen? Sure, of course. Tomorrow? No, but in quite some time. What are the chances of Saitama?
Do you know why it's going to happen?
Will you just stop for a second?
Do you know why it's going to happen?
Real knowledge, or are you just going to interrupt me?
No. You're not understanding.
It's kind of childish, right? This is wild, right? But I mean, this is what happens. It keeps going. It keeps going.
That $200 billion that's locked up right now, and it's off the market right now due to metaverse gaming, the beacon chain. So as soon as it combines with E2.0, the beacon chain and the chain, it's going to be huge.
Okay, I don't care.
You don't understand that.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is simple math. I'm going to do some real simple math for you. Okay? 200 billion market cap doubled is 400 billion, correct? Can we agree on that? That's simple math.
Correct.
Okay. Now, Saitama market cap is what right now? Less than 10 billion. It's 2 billion.
2 billion.
So to double Saitama market cap, we're looking at 4 billion. What is the chances of Saitama doubling their market cap before Ethereum doubles theirs?
Not at all.
Not at all. We've already done that. We've tripled it.
Listen, here's what I gotta say.
I'm just telling you.
Your math in that moment might be good, but you're putting out tweets that are basically getting people to go against Ethereum.
No,
you're putting out tweets that are pretty.
Ethereum network.
I have no clue why you would do that.
Well, we do well. That's not the concept of the tweet. You're just arrogant.
And then Willie puts out a text that says anybody that trades out Saitama for ETH needs it's split wrist and mental hospital stuff, and then.
Okay, so what he's referring to with the whole Willie D thing is Willie D put out a tweet saying that if you trade like Saitama for ETH, it's like you get a slit wrist and insane asylum vibes, which is not a good thing to say. You know what I mean? Pretty much saying that you're dumb to trade Saitama for ETH, which is like, I mean, to each their own. You know, if you're bullish on ETH, it's like whatever. I mean. That's what he's getting at right now. Slim Jesus does not have good delivery in this, and I mean he's in the wolf's den, right? You have some big Saitama people in here right now. Yeah, Crypto Deb, Jake Gagan, Zach. You know what I mean? Russ. You know, people with Saitama in their name. So
you liked it and commented on it.
Okay. I'm doing some real basic math for you. You're just a misinterpreter.
What was up with that? What was up with that? What was up with that?
You're misinterpreting it. Anybody can misinterpret anything and make it sound bullish or make it sound evil. That's not the case.
I read what I read.
Okay, well, you're also not very smart, so there's that.
Oh, got his ass. Russ kind of just roasts him a lot of the time, which is kind of childish, but I mean, he got his ass. You know what I mean?
Why did you say that you're going to steal customers from Binance and KuCoin?
Because we are.
That's not what you say to other businesses. As a businessman, that looks stupid.
They're trying to
listen. Business to business. You never in sales. You never ever talk shit about companies like that.
There are competition.
That was a bad business.
Okay, I'm taking business advice from a guy named Slim Jesus. Get out of here. Okay, first of all,
here's what I want to tell you. More blockchains means more volume. More blockchains means more volume. And if you're alienating yourself against other blockchains, that is stupid, right?
Slim Jesus, let me ask you a question. How many successful tokens have you ran?
Neither of us have, me or you.
No, we haven't. I haven't, right? I'm pretty dumb.
Oh, geez. Okay. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, Slim Jesus has no delivery, but he's making a good point saying, hey, look it. You know what I mean? It's like, why would you alienate yourself from these big exchanges? Hey, more volume is better for Saitama. People say we don't need these exchanges, but guys, the more the merrier, right? Let's be honest, the more the merrier. And Russ is saying, hey, man, how many tokens have you ran? How many tokens have you, how many have you made and ran successfully? Yes, Saitama doesn't have a product just yet, but hey, it has a huge community around it. We're still waiting on our first project, but it still has a huge community around it. So these men are going at each other. And then Slim Jesus says, neither of us have ran a successful one. So that's interesting. Very, very funny.
Saitama was pretty successful.
The only thing that you've done is party on specific dates. That's the only thing you've completed is to party on specific dates. And that's all you've done.
Oh, boy.
A coin that has almost 300,000 holders.
It's not a coin. It's a token. It's a token. It's not a coin. A coin has its own blockchain.
So we're not successful, right? We've created nothing. We've done nothing but party, but yet we've got almost 300,000 holders that would say it differently.
Yeah, 300,000 holders that are being called the wolf pack and told to hold all the way through the run-ups while you guys take your fucking profits.
Nobody's taking profits.
We know what happened to Vegas.
You can take anybody.
Then you're stupid. Then you're stupid for not taking profits. If you're not telling people to take profits, Russ, You're part of the fucking problem.
Well, I don't tell people what to do. People can buy, they can sell, they can trade. It's a free world. It's
all you tell people is hold. Why am I getting hundreds of messages from people that are saying, man, I've just been told to hold. I'm part of this pack and I was told to hold. Why the fuck did I do that?
Well, we're all adults. We're all entitled to our own decision. The last time I checked, I don't go door to door telling people what to do. I didn't tell people.
Now, the hodl mentality is definitely, it is definitely encouraged in Saitama, right? People don't want you to sell. They call you paper hands and whatnot. I mean, there are people in this chat right now that even mentioned like, hey, we know who the real paper hands are when you sell out when the times get tough. So that behavior is encouraged. But if you're smart, you understand, hey, take some profit off the top when you can. If you're 5x in your money, 10x in your money, it's probably smart to take some profit. So Russ is saying it right there. Hey, people can do what they want with their money. I'm good. I'm glad he's saying that right now because it's good for people to know that they should be able to do what they want with their own money. It doesn't matter what community's telling you to hodl. If you're up fucking 100x on your money, man, diversify. I mean, not financial advice, but diversify. Buy yourself something nice. Do something. Just don't fall with a sinking ship sometime. You know what I mean? Not saying Saitama's sinking or anything like that, but sometimes you just never know when the price is going to get high again. All right, let's go back into the video.
Invest in Saitama. I didn't tell him to buy. I didn't tell him to trade. I didn't tell him to sell.
Well, you also didn't put out a tweet and take a poll, Russ. You didn't ask everyone and say, hey, Wolfpack, should I talk shit about Binance and KuCoin and Ethereum? If you'd have taken a poll that had said, shut your fucking mouth, Russ. Get on those blockchains. Don't make enemies with them. That's what we would have told you.
What's we?
This is the unforced shit.
You're not part of the Wolfpack, so what's this we stuff? You practicing your French?
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, shit.
I clearly am. I'm clearly upset that you ruined our chances. You ruined our chances for Binance. You ruined our chances for KuCoin. If they ever fucking said that.
You were not part of the Wolfpack if you're here to slander.
I have over 200 trillion fucking of these tokens, dude. You understand that?
So I spoke to Slim Jesus and he said that he has like 100 Bitcoin and 200 trillion Saitama. Now, do I know if that's real? I don't know. Who knows? You know what I mean? But he said he is part of the Wolfpack. I think there's a lot of people that are a part of Saitama who are being critical of Saitama right now because, it was kind of a bonehead move for Russ to alienate Saitama away from big exchanges. Like, oh, we don't need them. It's like, we'd be better with them is what I'm saying,
If you have 200 trillion tokens,
because I'm disappointed.
Your life choices?
Because some things are bigger than money, Russ. Hold on. Some things.
Is this the same guy that came online publicly and called my wife a whore? What does that say about your characters?
Yeah, Slim Jesus is called Russ's wife the WHORE word, which is like, you don't do that to somebody's woman. Come on. You don't do that. That's wrong. That's wrong, bro. Come on. Who does that? Low blow.
Yeah, it was me, and I actually did do that, and I was wrong, and I apologize.
Oh, okay.
But now you're coming out, and you're doing more enforced errors.
How so?
I was hopeful to get on Binance and KuCoin. Not now. We're fucked.
We're creating our own platform.
No. By the way. So you say screw the whole system. We're just going to do it all on our own. Everybody's going to jump from Binance, jump from KuCoin, and they're going to come over to us. Russ, you're fucking delusional, dude, and you're grandiose.
I know. All right? I have no idea what I'm doing. Thank God you're here to guide me. What else would I do?
Russ, I heard you.
See all this bickering right now. If you're Russ, all this bickering, I don't think is a good look for you. Like, dude, I would just be out of here. I'm like, hey, I said my piece, I'm out. Like Russ, like saying, ooh, na boo boo. Like, who's Slim Jesus? Like, no one knows who Slim Jesus is. He's doing his thing. He's making his way around the cryptosphere. You know what I mean? But Russ is Russ. Why am I wasting my time speaking to somebody? You know what I mean? If I'm running things and stuff like that, get the fuck out of there, Russ. In my opinion.
You were in the Navy. Is that true?
I was. Yeah.
Okay, my father was a SEAL, and I have proof of that. My girlfriend was in the Navy. Okay. What you're doing is not very planned out and thought out. You're running around with your head cut off.
I know.
You're not planning.
I know what I'm doing. I can't believe I made it this far in life. It's amazing.
I don't think you do.
It's incredible. I think it's luck. It's got to be. Got to be luck.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be planned. It's not strategic.
It's easy to get people excited. All you have to do is stop putting out stupid tweets. Stop making enemies with other fucking exchanges.
I'm not making any enemies.
And just deliver, man. Just fucking deliver.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I guess what I should do before I make any real decision for Saitama, I should just call you up first. Is that what we should do?
No. There's no reason to
You
call
have
me
all
out.
the answers, right?
No,
So
no.
maybe
When you said
to make an executive decision for Saitama, I should call Slim Jesus and say, I'm sorry, KuCoin and Binance, I need to consult with Slim Jesus before I make this decision. Is that what you're telling me?
that probably would have been a better option.
Right, because
But
we would
you
be
listen, Russ,
Slim Jesus, we'd be bigger than Ethereum.
Russ, so you're saying that
Jesus is the gift from God.
after you said that on the AMA,
I mean, it's just kind of childish, right? Is this childish? Or I don't think this is a good look for Saitama in general. I don't think any serious CEOs are going to come on somebody's live stream, live chat, and just like bicker like a child with them. You know, Slim Jesus he's a guy. For all we know, he's just a guy, right? Saitama Guru is the big. Saitama's worth $2 billion right now, right? It's like why get on this and argue like that, you know, in front of the world to see. I'm not sure if this is a good look, but we'll see.
was there no moment where you went, holy fuck, did I just say that I'm going to steal customers away from Binance and KuCoin and we'll just become bigger than them? Is there any moment after you said that where you went, why the fuck did I just say that? That was so unfortunate.
Here, okay? Because concept. We are building and constructing a universal platform to do so much in the crypto space that people will have an option to trade on our platform and not need a Binance or a KuCoin. Am I trying to eliminate what they're doing? No. Can we coexist? Absolutely. Will we list on those platforms down the road? 100%. Can we both list? Then kiss their ass? Hell no. Because we're creating our own platform. If I own,
but you don't need to alienate them to do it.
Go shop and go eat at Jack in the Box? No.
Right. But you don't stop at McDonald's. Get out and explain to them how shitty you think they are. You just do it moving. You keep moving. You don't stop and say, hey,
what we're doing. And you're
Russ, what you look like was a teenager.
In an AMA.
Because it's a big one. It's a big one.
What we're doing speaks volumes, right? What we're doing speaks volumes.
All right. Well, what you're saying you're going to do and what Binance and KuCoin have done for years is two different fucking things, my friend.
Which is what? Manipulate the market and take advantage of holders?
Well, listen, here's the thing. They're successful already. They're not trying to become successful.
They got successful off of everybody else's money because they're the only option out there. We are creating a better platform for people to trade on that won't need Binance because we can then have a much better productive product. Right?
I sure fucking hope so, Russ.
Well, now that
all I gotta tell you is this: you put it out there. You put it out there so broadly that this is gonna be the biggest thing ever. I fucking hope it is, dude.
Yeah, I hope so. But as long as we have your guidance along the way, Slim Jesus, nobody can stop us, right?
I mean, if I'm Russ, I don't argue with Slim Jesus like that. But, they both got some points here. Russ is trying to solve a problem right now. And, some of the biggest things, any kind of business or any kind of thing someone's making, if you can solve a problem, people are going to want your business, But can we be as big as Binance and Coinbase? Is it possible? Yes. Is it far-fetched? Absolutely. So it's like, why would we alienate ourselves before we get there? It's like it's like a high school basketball player, right, who wants to make it to the big leagues and is saying that I'm better than Michael Jordan. It's like, yeah, maybe you're LeBron James, maybe that's a debate all itself, right? But let's get there first and let's prove ourselves before we alienate ourselves, So we'll see.
Well, it shouldn't take my guidance to know you don't come out and alienate yourself against the top exchanges. You don't do that.
What you might
think. That doesn't take a smart mind. That takes.
Okay, hold on. Despite what you might think, I do know a little bit about what I'm doing, right? I know the title of your little, whatever you want to call this thing here, the attention spree, when you can't even spell my name right. I'm letting you know that I do know a little bit about what I'm doing. And one of these people on this call right now has created a pretty successful token, and it just happens to not be you.
No. Listen, if I decide to ever do it, I will do everything opposite of what you've done. And by the way, why the hell did you release the fight? Why did you promo the fight without Saitama being done? Where did everybody go to buy after the fight? What? Swap?
It doesn't. That's about branding. It's about getting
out there. What are you talking? Cart before the horse, dude. Cart before the horse, dude.
Are we not supposed to do any marketing until the wallet comes out? Is that what you're saying? Because if that's how you run your coin that you're going to create, I'm sorry, but it's not going to do very well. You got to promote it, right? You got to market. I mean, do you know about marketing at all? Just a little bit, tiny bit?
I do, but what you don't do is you don't release things before it's ready, because the hype from that fight is gone, brother. Gone.
How do you know that? Do you know how many connections we made?
That's the way human beings work. Their attention span's very.
I mean, that's a good point, right? That's a good point. You know, I mean, come on. The fight, it's been a while since the fight. But they did make connections, They did make connections. Maybe people will associate Saitama with Saitama, from the fight. Who knows? I'm not actually sure how that works. But doesn't this seem childish right now? Isn't this kind of childish?
And try explaining fucking boxing fans how to use Uniswap.
Normal people have a good attention span. I don't know about you, but most people do. And the amount of contacts and connections, that networking that we did at that fight, and the amount of exposure that we got for that fight is still a ripple effect. Because I get calls and Zoom calls every day from people that I met at that fight that want to talk about Saitama.
So then why are you talking about that instead of going? Why are you talking about all that instead of going on and crying about KuCoin and Binance and how everybody's against Russ and everybody's trying to take me down?
Because that's not how marketing and business works. You don't announce partnerships and.
So it is marketing and business to come out and cry and talk shit about other exchanges. That's marketing and that's business.
Hold on a second. You see, that's just.
Go watch yourself. Go watch yourself. Go watch yourself.
Okay, you
go watch your own AMA. Okay,
I hate how he keeps talking over Russ. Like, dude, you can get your point out without talking over Russ. It's kind of annoying. Good point, though, about the fact that, it does seem like every other AMA, Russ is talking about some sort of everyone's hating on us or everyone. It gets kind of old. And one AMA, he compared himself to, he's like Saitama to Martin Luther King and JFK. It's kind of weird. But Slim Jesus has no delivery right now. He just needs to stop talking over Russ. But he's making some good points. But Russ is making some good points too, saying we made a lot of connections at that fight. That's good connections. I wish it seems like they're marketing a certain demographic. Hey, if you look at a lot of their marketing, but hopefully they can broaden that a little bit.
What are we, 5 years old now? Come on.
Just do it. Go watch your own AMA, dude.
Doing the same thing gets you nowhere. You're just making yourself sound even more foolish. It was at the goal.
Hey, first of all, nobody knows who I am. So saying that I run this for attention is nil. Right. Makes no sense.
Right.
I'm doing this because the information needs to be thought about. The fact is
the garbage that's coming out of your mouth.
The information is that you are doing everything backwards.
How? Why am I? According to who? To Slim Jesus? Give me a break.
You read your own fucking responses on your tweets. A lot of people have believed that what I'm saying, man. A lot of people feel this.
I know, because you're an icon. You're an icon in the space, man. Everyone wants to be just like you.
No reason to come out and say these things about KuCoin and Binance.
Okay, first of all,
no reason.
You're missing.
That's a big one. To me, that's a big one.
You're misinterpreting everything completely because you're very narrow-minded. You have to.
Oh, so we're supposed to take your exact words and then we're supposed to change it?
No, you said what you said. You're supposed to formulate your opinion. You're supposed to.
Okay, so what you said, fine. What's the opinion? What are the variances in opinions when somebody says, all right, so if they just don't want to list, fine, we'll just go ahead and we'll steal away Binance and KuCoin's customers and we'll become bigger than them. How are we supposed to interpret that?
Bigger. We're creating a platform that is going to make some of these other exchanges less relevant. That is the idea.
I wish you would have said something like that even, but not even that.
That is the idea of what we're trying to do, is to create a streamlined platform for everyone to utilize and have a better option instead of what's available to them.
So why don't you just do it and be seen, not heard? And just fucking get to work and do it. Stop coming out and explaining.
That is one of the biggest criticisms of you could say Russ, is that maybe he talks too much on Twitter. Now he's definitely done a lot better recently with staying off of Twitter and announcing things when they're not really getting done, right? Because Saitama has missed the target a lot on promise. I mean, we still don't have a product yet. They have missed the target a lot. And it is hard to interpret someone's words when they're literally saying something that's literal, like we're going to steal all their customers. So I don't know how you're supposed to interpret that. So that's pretty strange from Russ. So interesting.
This shit, people.
I'm not even wanting
to getting an unnecessary.
Someone sent it to me.
No. Your AMA. No, every AMA you have, you're always saying about how companies and people are trying to sabotage, and it's always all this fucking shit about sabotage. No other devs are coming out and doing this, saying this kind of stuff.
Okay, because we have been attempted to sabotage. There's been multiple cases where that has happened. I don't know. You say you know it all, but where have you been during all that time frame? Because there has been several.
I've seen it.
To sabotage and push us back. Now, if you look at a bigger scope of things, why do you think that is? Why do you think there's been coordinated attacks on Saitama to try to slow us down and slow progression of our platform? And I'll tell you why that is, right? Because you can't formulate an opinion on your own. I'll give you one. It's because KuCoin, Binance, and these other places, and these other exchanges, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, they're trying to update their interface as fast as they can to stay relevant in this space because they see our product as a threat. And that is facts.
So you're saying they're sabotaging you? Are you saying they're sabotaging you?
I'm saying there's a lot of attempts to sabotage us for whatever reason. I'm just drawing conclusions. Everybody can formulate their own opinion. Those are just mine.
So you're drawing a conclusion that all these companies have gotten together and they're gonna they're so threatened that they're gonna do illegal things and possibly get themselves into court to stop you. Is that what you're telling me?
Okay, tell me what you think the motivation is.
You're fucking delusional, dude. You are delusional, Russ. You're fucking delusional, man.
Oh, hey, when you break it down like that, it does sound a little crazy. You know what I mean? I've been saying this for a while. I mean, maybe there are coordinate. The thing is, like Saitama say, they're doing. Okay, we don't have Saitama yet. We don't know how bomb it is yet. I think it is far fetched to say the entire crypto world is really targeting Saitama. To me, it just seems kind of strange and far fetched. There are bigger fish than Saitama right now, and yes, Saitama is making Saitama, but we don't have a product yet. No one's even got to test it except for a few people. How do we know how good it is? We don't know how it could be wonky. We still got to test it. We got to. We still got to test it. So, interesting.
Stop coming out and doing this. Just listen.
I'm crazy.
Fucking let it happen.
So
let it happen.
So weird.
Nobody's trying to get you, Russ. It's okay. All these tokens and coins and ecosystems have launched without coming out and saying they're trying to take me down. They've all done it. You can do it too.
Okay.
Stop it. Stop being a victim. Stop being a victim.
No,
okay?
We're not playing this.
Everybody wants this thing to work.
Oh, okay.
Everybody wants this thing to work, Russ.
Okay. It's like seriously having a conversation with my mind.
You are playing a victim. You are playing a victim. Now you have a pack behind you that you've got all fucking mesmerized and mass hypnosis and shit, and they're all feeling bad for you.
No, we don't.
Meanwhile, back at the Prophets Ranch, and now they're all holding.
Are y'all done?
I don't know.
Guys, take your profits. Secure your financial freedom. Diversify so you don't get wrecked into one token. This guy's in the pit right now. You got Crypto Dev, Zach, Jake Gagan, Saitama something, Henoch, Saitama Vern, Jade Sate, like people with Saitama in their name. This guy's in the pit.
I just think that you're not ever going to come out and do what you did again. I think you're going to think twice.
Why? Because Slim Jesus said so? First of all, your opinion.
No, because the public.
First of all,
of course, as a top holder, of course, you don't care.
As an
you don't care about the holders.
As an individual, not because you're representing yourself right now. You're not representing the Saitama.
Did I force you to come out and do all this? Did I force you to come out with these?
That's your own brain that makes those words come out of you, right?
Well,
you don't.
I saw what I saw, Russ.
Yourself right now.
Russ, I saw what I saw, man.
What do you
I heard what I heard.
You heard what you heard.
You're
making.
You're telling. No. Even Elon Mansour comes out and he says, "Hey, if you're thinking about moving out of Saitama into these other tokens and coins, you're going to lose all your money and you're going to get rugged. And how does he fucking know that? It's scare tactics. Like, why are the devs saying this shit to people on tweets?
Okay,
it doesn't make any sense, man. It's none of your business what people do.
Do what they want.
But you're trying to tell your holders that they're gonna get rugged and you're gonna lose all their money if they trade.
There was a little bit of technical difficulties here. I think the app crashed on this video, so we're resuming where we left off. I think there's one more crash too. So I mean, there is a whole HODL mentality. It's like if you do sell, especially if you announce you sold, you do get shamed publicly for that. So just keep that in mind. That does happen. Adam Shelton.
The chances of Saitama doubling their market cap, and that's just pure fact. That's just numbers. That's not even me making.
Well, let's look at Ethereum. Let's look at Ethereum today. Let's look at Saitama and let's look at Ethereum today. You know how many people are messaging me, Russ, and saying, "I wish I would have taken my profits and moved it into Ethereum right now." I'm like, I know.
I know, because you're just so. You just.
But you were told to hold. And then the party was for everybody. I guarantee you, everybody had their finger on the sell button at the end of that party.
At the end of what party? We're talking about in Vegas?
The Vegas party. What was the point of the party?
Did you not even read the thing that I said? Do you just pick and choose the information?
Oh, I read and I watched, and then I saw a huge sell-off.
No, so what we did is we had the event scheduled, and I'm actually repeating myself because I actually posted about this a few days ago already. But we had the launch party planned because the wallet has been done. It was done prior to the event in Vegas. We were waiting for Searchik to complete the audit. They did not complete the audit in time for our launch, but we had already made reservations. We already did everything we needed to do for Vegas. So like, okay, we can't cancel. We're not going to get our money back. Let's just go ahead and move forward. We'll do, we'll have a presentation on the wallet, what it's going to look like. It's completed.
I was checking out the Searchik audit thing, and it says that it was scheduled for the audit on the 14th, which is the day after the event. Now, either it wasn't submitted until later, or it's by some stroke of luck, it magically got scheduled to be started on the 14th. You know what I mean? That's kind of strange, right? November 14th. Isn't that kind of weird for it to be started on the 14th when the 13th was a Saitama Mask event, but we scheduled it supposedly before? And if you look at Shiba Swap, if we knew Shiba Swap took forever, it didn't take this long, right? Why would we submit it so late? Pretty strange.
Have the staking capabilities. We'll do some previews of our games, and we'll make the most out of it, right? Instead of just cutting it off entirely as a loss. And we made.
That makes sense. Russ makes sense right there. Russ is just saying, hey, dude, we had this thing scheduled for November 13th. We can't tell everybody to just pound rocks, right? Pound sand. You can't tell people that, right? You have to go through with the event. Although it was a poor event. It wasn't good. It was not a good event. Let's be objective about that. He still had to send it, Jay Gagan was, recording, which is probably not the best cameraman, which, definitely not good. I think the stream has been taken down since then. But it wasn't a good event, but Russ can't just tell everybody like, oh, we're going to cancel the event like that. The MGM Grand costs money to rent out. Like you just got to send it anyways, right? And they were able to preview a bunch of the other products. So Russ makes sense right here.
Made it very clear prior to the Vegas event that it was not going to be available on the App Store during the launch. So it's not like it was a big surprise. Like we made it very clear beforehand, right? So we cannot control Searchik and when they were done. We were hoping that they would be done by then, and now here we are again at the end of December. They're still not done. Again.
How would they expect them to be done by the Saitama Mask event when it says it was scheduled for the 14th? I just don't. Did they submit it and then it was scheduled? Aren't they in contact with the Saitama team? It doesn't make sense to me. That whole timeline doesn't make sense to me. If you look on Searchik website, it says the 14th, so it doesn't make sense to me.
Again, not in our control. We don't own Searchik. We can't control the time frame. We can't do any of that. All we can do is just handle the information that we have, deal with the situation that we do, problem solve, and move forward. That's part of running a business, but you would know nothing about that.
So, how do you know? I've never
Got him.
Asked you, and you just said you didn't. Do you run?
No, you said if I ever run a successful token or coin is what you asked.
Yeah, let me really have you ever ran a successful token before?
That's neither here nor there. I'm not the one out in public with $1 billion evaluated company and shooting myself in the foot every week. You work for us, Russ. Russ, you work for us. You understand that? You work for us. We don't work for you.
No.
You work for us, Russ.
Big Karen vibes, right? Big Karen vibes. You work for us. Come on, Slim Juice.
For anybody, that would mean that I get paid. And because
a CEO of a company works for his employees.
I'm actually paid.
That's true.
Does that make sense?
That's true.
Because all the stuff.
So, did you take profits on Vegas night?
No.
Then you're an idiot. Because you were supposed to, along with everybody else.
You're smarter than everybody here.
Listen, the point is to take profits.
Sorry guys, it's 1 a.m. I'm super tired. It's 1 a.m. but I couldn't sleep because I had to make this. But he's saying the point is to take profits. You can. If cryptocurrency has showed us anything, if you hold long term, you can make money. But at the same time, nothing's forever, right? And sometimes if something 10x's, you don't know if it's going to be like that tomorrow. So it's always smart to take profits and diversify. Save your money. Sometimes diversify that thing, spread it out. So if you get wrecked in one category, you'll be good in another one. Just makes sense.
Okay, so for you to tell everyone to hold and not take profits is wrong. So if you didn't take profits yourself, you're doing this wrong.
I think I know a little bit about what I'm doing. I don't need to take
a little. Yeah, you know a little bit. I've been in here since 2012, dude. You're in my realm. Okay, you're in my
profit.
You're in my yard right now.
If I needed to, I would have, but I don't because I don't need the profits because I don't need the money.
Then why the fuck are you telling the pack to hold, and buy the dips?
Because
why are you telling them, don't forget to take care of your house, don't forget to take profits? You know how many people hate Saitama right now? You know how many people hate holding it right now? People
That's so
hate
annoying.
holding Saitama right now. They love to hate it, yes.
So you speak for 300,000 people.
I have dozens of messages in my inbox.
It's so annoying that he keeps speaking over Russ. Like, it'd be so much, like, he has good points, but he can't deliver them. You know what I mean? He needs to stop. Just stop. It's emotion. It's so full of emotion. But, you know, he has a point. You know, we should be preaching this profit taking mentality, but at the same time, it's not in everyone's best interest in Saitama for people to take profits. You know what I mean? Just know that the smart money guys, the investor money, the whale money, right? The big institutional money, they're taking profits, right? So you got to think like them sometime. It's hard to be glued to your phone and know exactly when to buy and sell. But if you're up, you know, 20x and a token 10x, it's like, well, then it's easy to take profits, right? So.
Dozens and dozens of messages and saying, I have no clue. Well, what? So what? One person's not important? Dozens aren't important? How many people does it take for it to be an important number, Russ?
No, you're saying everyone hates holding Saitama.
No, I said a lot of people hate holding right now because they saw it run up to 200 grand in profits and watch it go down because they were told to be part of a pack. The pack mentality is what gets you killed in this space, Russ.
Do you represent everybody? Does everybody collectively come and say?
I represent.
You are going to be our spokesperson for Saitama.
Skipping again because the app crashed, but I mean, it is true when he says that people have been coming to me saying, "Hey, man, I can't even sell it right now. I'm down so much." The hope is that Saitama will pump again, and will it pump again? I think so. How much? I don't know, but there are people saying that, you know. So that is true.
So what I said about you and your wife, that was really wrong. That was fucked up, and I gotta pay someday for that to my God. All right, that was wrong. But we also have to look at the fact that there's a lot of people depending on you, dude. And they don't want to see you come out and talk shit about Binance and KuCoin. They want you to make friends with them.
Okay, so if this...
Because what if you don't become bigger than them? What if you don't become bigger than them? What if Saitama doesn't become, Saitama isn't bigger? Aren't you going to want to go on those exchanges? Aren't you going to want to, like, go towards and gravitate towards that anyway? Why would you even have the thought that you're going to take over and steal their stuff? That's the wrong mentality for a business owner.
We are going to list on these exchanges.
You better fucking hope he lets you. You better hope that CZ lets you after saying you're going to steal away their customers and become bigger than them. You better hope. He's got a big fucking ego, dude.
I'm telling you guys, people say that these companies don't matter, or excuse me, these exchanges don't care about Saitama and what they say. Dude, these guys got big egos. They're businessmen. They're business. They like power. They're petty. And if that gets back to them, what if they don't want them on their exchange? That's their choice. They don't need Saitama. People think exchanges need Saitama. We need volume, guys. Come on, we need volume. Let's go to the moon. We need volume. It's not a good idea to make enemies with these people. It's not good business. It's not good business for a CEO to come out and say that stuff publicly.
And if we don't, is that going to be the end of the world? If we don't,
it could be somebody else's world. What if somebody's out there that doesn't want to go to Saitama? What if they use Binance and they want Saitama to come to Binance? What if you're making the choice for them?
We have plenty of other platforms, and we'll list on plenty more.
So you're justifying alienating yourself against the biggest exchanges out there. That what you're really doing right now?
No. The whole premise of that is we are creating a platform that will be just as big or bigger than these other options. Because
Sure. And in that case, there's room for everybody. Michael Jordan was on the same court at the same time with other greats. Like, why can't you be on the court at the same time with them? Why do you have to fucking kick them off the court and be the only one?
Nobody ever said that. You're misinterpreting
No, I'm not misinterpreting anything.
That was a bar. That was a bar, right? That was a bar. I mean, spitting facts right now. I mean, when he's not yelling over Saitama Guru, when he's not being super emotional, spitting some facts, man. Should have started like that from the beginning.
You said, if KuCoin and Binance doesn't want to list, we will just steal their customers and become bigger than them. Simple as that. That is what you said. And that is the wrong.
Why would that not be our goal?
Because that is a pack mentality. Because that's a pack mentality, and that's division. That's creating division. That's creating. There doesn't need to be sides.
There isn't. You're misinterpreting everything that I'm saying, and you're doing that because you have some sort of. I don't know what it is, but clearly there is. Because if I look at the. If I look at the title of your own little Twitter stream here, it says, "Here is how I know Russ Armandi knows nothing about crypto." Now, you're saying that you represent the pack.
I don't represent any pack. I don't represent. I'm an eagle.
You just said that you did, that you represent the people because everybody doesn't want to hold, and you're the one that's speaking out, and everybody comes to you and says, "Thank you, Slim Jesus, for being an advocate for us."
Think this is the end. Yeah, this is the end. Slim Jesus said they kicked him off because you can see he's still on there, but people say he left. I don't know what happened, if he left or got kicked off. He was saying he got kicked off and censored. People were saying he just left, but very interesting conversation between Russ and Slim Jesus. Not much of a conversation. It became a conversation near the end. Now, they both made some good points. I mean, Slim Jesus was spitting some facts. I mean, it's hard for Saitama holders to hear, but that message really resonated with a lot of people. But then at the same time, a lot of people agreed with Saitama Guru, with Russ. Of course they did, you know what I mean? But a very, very interesting conversation. I wouldn't say anybody won. I think that it was a good conversation to have, because here's the thing. Russ is working hard. This is a tough job, to be in the spotlight and be criticized at every angle. We got to recognize that. At the same time, he is doing some dumb stuff up there. He's really shooting himself in the foot, and it's okay for us to criticize that, because it's like when people leave mean comments in my small platform talking crap about my gap or my buck teeth or something like that. It's like, I'm in the spotlight. I'm here. I'm a target. It happens. Whatever. I mean, I talk crap to you guys in the comments too. You know what I mean? So Russ is doing the same thing. Do I think it's good for him to be on this channel? Because this is really like low-hanging fruit for him. I don't think he should be on here talking to this guy about, you know, a room that he made. But it got like 1,000 people in it, so it was pretty big. Maybe he wanted to come and just defend himself. Very interesting conversation. I mean, I think I learned a lot from both of these this whole conversation right here. I think there's a lot to really take away from this entire conversation, and I wonder how this is going to age. Now, this can age two ways. Now, I think Slim Jesus, like he said, he owns 200 trillion Saitama. Does he really? I don't know. Maybe not. He could just be lying. You know, people can say what they want on the internet, but maybe he does. Maybe he does own 100 Bitcoin. Who knows? It'll work. Obviously, it'll work out better for him if Saitama goes to the moon, because he's probably getting so many reflections with all those Saitama holdings. So very interesting. I'm anxious to know what you guys think. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.